least a few Royal Caribbean Crown and Anchor perks that you're probably sleeping on that I think you should totally be using because they're way more useful than maybe you thought. And when it comes to the Crown and Anchor Society, I know there's an ongoing debate about how good it is, how good it used to be versus how good it is today, and all that. And while you don't get chocolates on your pillows anymore, because that hasn't been a thing for decades, it's still more important to me to talk about what you do get, which is arguably really good stuff. If you compare Royal Caribbean's Crown and Anchor Society benefits to almost any other cruise line's benefits out there for their loyalty programs, honestly, Royal Caribbean comes out still way ahead of everybody else. Heck, just the diamond drinks, which is not on my list here because that's not really under the radar, but just the diamond drinks alone make it better than any other cruise line loyalty program. But I wanted to talk about kind of from a favorite under the radar perks, the kind of things that maybe doesn't get all the attention like you do with certainly diamond drinks or the special diamond lounge. But these are perks that I think really can make a difference in improving your cruise. And they're important to take advantage of because at the end of the day, they may save you time, they may save you money, and also more importantly, they're going to just make your cruise a little bit better. Number one is complimentary internet on board your ships. Now, I'm a big fan of using the internet on board Royal Caribbean cruise ships. I remember back in the day, they would actually give you like a modem kit to hook up to your laptop and then plug into the phone in your cabin. Yeah, that was like eons ago. Anyway, a lot has changed. And the good news is that the Wi-Fi on Royal Caribbean cruise ships today is so much better. And as a Crown and Anchor member, you're eligible for discounts on the internet on board. Platinum and Emerald members receive a 15% discount on any onboard internet purchase. Even Gold members, who really only need 3 cruise points, can get a 10% discount on internet purchases. Now, this really gets much better when you get to Diamond, because Diamond guests get 1 free day of internet, while Diamond Plus get 2 free days of internet. And that's really a lot of money right there, because that's $25.99 for a Diamond member or $51.98 for Diamond Plus. And of course, if you ever get to Pinnacle, then you get free internet for the entire duration of your cruise, which is huge savings right there. Number 2 on my list is the BOGO Specialy Dining. So we talk all the time about Specialy restaurants and dining packages, but the top tier members actually get an extra bonus. Diamond Plus and Pinnacle members each receive a BOGO deal to buy any Specialy dining restaurant on the first or second night and receive a complimentary dining for the second guest. Now, this does exclude Izumi Hibachi and, of course, Chef's Table or Hooked Seafood. Now, considering that every member receives this discount, you can save some pretty big money with a complimentary BOGO offer. For example, if I go on a cruise with my wife and I, that means we essentially get to enjoy an entire Specialy dining meal comped between the two of us. Now, I found that as long as you prepay for the Specialy dining on the first or second night, the host will normally let you dine at a later date as long as it's been paid for during the voucher time frame. Platinum members and above can receive a complimentary coffee beverage with a purchase of Specialy dining purchase. And finally, if you're in Pinnacle, you'll receive coastal kitchen access and daily breakfast in a Specialy dining restaurant throughout the cruise. Coastal Kitchen, of course, is designed for a top-tier dining option for suite guests, so it's really nice to have that benefit as well. A benefit I often forget about is the priority access and seating for events. With so many shows on board, it can be sometimes tough to find seating, but Royal Caribbean does reserve seating for its top-tier members. Diamond Plus and Pinnacle Club members have reserved seats at theater shows like the Ice Show and Aqua Theater events, and even in the main theater. And this can be a nice little benefit because while it doesn't have a monetary value, it does allow you reserved seating that you don't have to compete for or worry to get a seat later on. Now, I'll admit, sometimes the seating location isn't exactly where I want to be, especially in the theater, but that being said, a reserved seat is still better than no reserved seat, and it's always nice to be able to go in there, flash your seat pass card, and be able to sit down. Then, of course, there are exclusive events on board. The top tier event is one of my favorites during any cruise. This exclusive event normally features free champagne, but I've also been invited to events with more mimosas and special pastries or baked goods. Platinum members and above will receive an invite to the top tier event, and it's usually at a designated time and date, and it's only on longer sailings. If you're on a 3 or 4 night, it's not there. And admittedly, a lot of people don't go to these events, but I really like that Royal Caribbean offers a way to recognize loyalty members on almost every cruise. And the free alcohol is certainly a bonus. You can usually meet the captain and other senior officers during the event as well. While it may seem like a small perk to get complimentary bottled water, I gotta say I always take advantage of this and really appreciate having them in the cabin. So bottled water is not free on board, and it's nice that as a Crown and Anchor member, you do get some free complimentary water as a top tier guest. It just makes it a little more convenient to have that in there, especially if you're taking maybe liquid IV or some other add-on, or maybe you're just taking your medicine, or heck, you're just thirsty in the middle of the night. It's always nice to have that there. Then there's the balcony discount. Did you know that if you are platinum or above in Crown and Anchor Society, you can get an additional discount on a balcony cabinet or suite, because those have balconies too, by simply just entering your Crown and Anchor number? It's really cool, and most people don't know this exists. This can save a ton of money, especially the more cruises you take. A quick look at recent reservations from last year unveiled a savings of $150 on a 4-night sailing and $326 discount on a 12-night European cruise last summer that one of our writers took. The exact amount of the discount varies on your loyalty status, and when you're booking your cruise also depends on how close you are to your sail date. Those who book more than 6 months in advance receive bigger discounts than those that booked within 6 months of sailing. However, I've also seen prices drop significantly as sailings get closer. So you can see here on the screen a breakdown of exactly what the discount is, and if you're like me, anytime you can save a little bit of money, it really makes a big difference. And for some of the longer sailings, it's a lot of money off that you can save, which is fantastic. The next under the radar perk that I should definitely take more advantage of is the dedicated phone number Crown and Anchor Society guests get. Royal Caribbean's Diamond Plus and Pinnacle members can call 1-800-526-9723 to reach the dedicated line for Crown and Anchor members. If you're outside the US or Canada, you can call 541-285-9723. Now, the desk is not 24/7, but if you call during business hours, which is 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. on weekdays and then weekends 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., it really can save you some time because this phone number is usually not as busy as the main Royal Caribbean number. And it's really helpful for minor things. Like, as an example, you want to buy Royal Caribbean's drink package, but I want to buy the drink package for myself, the deluxe beverage package, but my wife doesn't want that package, so you have to call in for that. And it's a lot faster to call in and use that number. It can really save you a lot of time. Then there's the status match. Did you know that if you want to ever check out celebrity cruises, your Crown and Anchor Society status will be matched over at that sister company? Of course, Celebrity and Royal Caribbean International are owned by the same parent company, and they enjoy status matching between the two lines. For example, as a Diamond Plus member, you'll receive elite level benefits at Celebrity Cruise Line, which includes free drinks, discounted internet, free laundry, and more. Now, as somebody who's trying out Celebrity Cruises in just about a month, I'm really excited that I get basically top tier access at Celebrity, even though I've never sailed with them at all. You should also know that there are other companies that will provide some level of reciprocity with your Crown and Anchor status. Most notably will be MGM Rewards, which of course is the casino program. Emerald and above will receive gold status at MGM, while lower tiers will also receive some status perks. Simply visit an MGM Rewards desk at any MGM Rewards destination to validate your status. And finally, every Crown and Anchor Society can receive Hertz Gold Plus reward points as well. Hertz Gold rewards include skip the counter and e-return access, which can save you definitely time at the airport. And you'll earn points with rentals and receive ultimate choice benefits. Then, of course, there's a really great benefit that my family always takes advantage of, and that's the complimentary photos. I love getting those photos on board the ship, especially of my kids, but they're expensive. It's like $20 for an 8x10. But if you're an Emerald member, you'll receive discounts on one photo at 50% off the second photo. And at Diamond, you get one free photo completely free, which is awesome. I really love that. And these photos are great because you get to use them for family photos to be able to share with other people in your family, on Facebook, whatever. It's just nice to have that. Next on my list is the single supplement reduced cruise fare. So if you get to 340 points with Crown and Anchor Society, then you qualify for a discount on the single supplement fee. What is the single supplement? Basically, if you go on a cruise by yourself, you'll have to pay a 200% single supplement, which basically means you're paying double because you're cruising solo. But if you have 340 points or more, then they reduce that amount to 150%. Another perk that a lot of people aren't aware of is the free play at the casino. And I really couldn't believe it was true when the first time I heard this, but Crown and Anchor members get a range of free play to enjoy at the casino, and the exact amount depends on a few factors. It's available for the full cruise, but if you go during the first 2 days, you get an extra couple dollars. All you have to do is go to any slot machine in the casino, enter your CPass card, create a new PIN, and then transfer the money to your personal banker from the casino account. The PIN is going to be the first birth month and birthday in 4 digits, so month, day, and then it'll prompt you to create a new PIN. The process on the machine to transfer the free play is not completely intuitive, but once you figure it out, it's the same from ship to ship. And if you get struggle with it, you just ask the casino host to give you a little piece of paper to explain it. Basically, it's free money to play with. Now, you can't cash out the free play, so you must play through until you use it all up. But any money you do win as a result of the free play, you can totally cash out or, if you're like me, double down on it. And the last under the radar Crown and Anchor Society perk I think that you really should start taking advantage of is the complimentary and discounted laundry. It is tough living out of a suitcase when you're on a cruise, and the longer you're sailing, the more likely you're going to need to maybe have some clothes laundered because you want to use them again, whether they're soiled or you sweat through them, whatever the case may be. The nice thing is you do get some discounts for being a Crown and Anchor member. Platinum and above members receive anywhere from $5 to $10 discounts on wash and fold laundry for sailings 5 nights or longer. Diamond Plus and Pinnacle receive one free $34.99 wash and fold bag on cruises longer than 5 nights. This is a super nice perk, especially on longer itineraries, as I mentioned, because having clean clothes is really nice to have. And it's also nice just to maybe send out clothes because you want them pressed, or you brought them around, maybe you wore it on the day before when you flew down for your cruise, and you, of course, know not to fly the same day of your sailing, one of our favorite perks right there. You can reuse that clothing. And if all else fails, maybe you say, well, Matt, I packed everything correctly, I got plenty of clothes, but you don't want to come home with dirty clothes, you can send them out towards the end of your sailing, and that way it reduces the amount of laundry you have to do once you get home. So there you have it. A look at some of my favorite under the radar Crown and Anchor Society perks. I'm telling you, I love the amount of benefits that Royal Caribbean gives you, and while the benefits have changed over the years, there is still plenty of value you can find from these benefits. Let me know in the comments below, what is your ultimate #1 favorite under the radar perk that you love to use and saves you time and or money? Looking forward to reading them below in the comments. While you're down there, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. That way, YouTube lets you know we have a brand new video to share. This has been Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, and we'll talk again real soon.